And then the story today is there is significant talks, which all intents and purposes, I think is already decided. Marvel Studios exploring, quote unquote, bringing back Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist, and not just the characters. We're talking about the actors. They're talking about bringing back all the same actors from before. So if you like them on Marvel Netflix, it sounds like you're getting more for this. Speedy, the Defenders hype. It looks like the gang is getting back together. What you think about that?
Once again, we are back. Will we or will we not continue the Defenders storyline for the Netflix shows? All of them, even Iron Fist. Why not?
Yeah.
Why the heck not?
Yeah.
I mean, if
you okay with Finn Jones?
If we can get, amid Captain America: Brave New World, Iron Fist, right?
Early Caps.
Oh, sorry.
Early Caps.
Sorry, incoming fast. Incoming already.
Speedy charged up today. He not driving.
We can fix Iron Fist, right? If we could redo Daredevil mid filming, right? Write scripts. We can fix Iron Fist, right? Do a whole new season.
That's the whole.
Season two wasn't that bad.
It wasn't. It was a course correction. It was definitely it was a trial at a course correction in the way they presented season one.
Yeah.
Season one, nobody was feeling it. Even me. And season two was a step in the right direction, even though it had some flaws. But can we get something great now? Why not?
I mean, Jules, with the Iron Fist thing, that seemed to kind of get your attention, Jules. Were you not a fan of the Iron Fist first two seasons?
Absolutely not. I think it was definitely the weakest by far out of the entire Defenders series. A lot of these seasons weren't that great to begin with for, outside of Daredevil. Jessica Jones was good for the first season. It kind of it wasn't that great. Season two, Luke Cage for me was just weak in general. It could have been way better. I think people were pretty disappointed with what Netflix did with them, even with that Defenders TV show. So I hope Marvel can come in, work some magic. It seems Daredevil looks like it's going to be amazing. So keep that same trajectory, apply it to Defenders. Who cares what happened with Netflix? Let's just start a new era.
Yeah, Luke Cage season 2 was kind of like iffy, and then Jessica Jones was okay.
So
Defenders was a little mid too.
This is my thing.
It had a lot of good ideas. Defenders,
This is my thing. The storylines, like you said at first, Speedy, are they going to continue all the storylines? Because Daredevil, I still feel they're going to kind of soft. It's going to be still kind of some soft retcons with Daredevil, though we got I think everyone liked the first 3 seasons, but they're still kind of carrying that over. Now with Luke Cage, they kind of carried over that mayor thing to Daredevil, right? So it sounds like these storylines are continuing, but they're going to kind of forget like what didn't work probably.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
Some time's gonna pass, definitely. We've already seen that already. What they've already shown us in the Daredevil trailer. A good amount of time has passed. So
even the Daredevil one seems like a soft reboot of the Netflix series. So you could definitely expect, and that was the best series by far from all of these Netflix TV shows. So if they did that with Daredevil, they'll definitely do it with the others.
But it feels like they are carrying over, like I said, the major parts, like the end of season 3. You have Bullseye, and then you had the Daredevil unmasking himself, and it looks like in this new trailer, Fist knows who Matt Murdock is, right?
Definitely.
They're carrying over that stuff, the big stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's still connected, but just loosely.
Right. Now, some stuff I hope they don't carry over though. Is like Speedy, that Defenders show, like it has a lot of promise in that season, but
you don't want them to explain how there's a dead dragon body living under New York City?
I mean, they don't have to.
Dead dragon carcass? Yeah, why not?
They could pass over that detail, that little detail.
Some of these shows were just such a chore to get to.
Yeah, so I think they're gonna pick and choose, kind of like and then with I think the first season, most of these shows was good at first season. Like Jessica Jones was near perfect. Like every
Jessica Jones was
episode
great,
had a crazy
Yeah.
cliffhanger like every
That's
episode,
Iron Fist. Iron Fist is the only one that came out the gate.
except Iron Fist.
Yeah, it was a little weak.
Yeah.
It was a
That
little
was
weak. Wasn't what
that
people
was
were
kind of
expecting.
weird. That first season was very weird for Iron Fist. Like
Yeah.
it was just very mad. Like just yeah.
Yeah, and
But
it should have
then-
been like, who doesn't love martial arts? And then you have all
Right.
these magical components to it, and they just completely just dropped the
Should have
ball.
been an easy layup there. And then
Yeah.
putting them on stage, like that's where the money was. They did that. They went to Defenders, I think, right?
Yeah.
Speedy
They did.
that.
And then they did
That
this a
was
little bit of
magic,
the
right?
they did a little bit of the Heroes for Hire in the second season of Iron Fist. You know, they
That's
played
right.
around with the idea, you know.
And season 2 wasn't that bad. I mean, you need to get Jessica Henwick back though if you're gonna
I
do
like
that
the,
for
I
real.
like Omari's take. That's it right there.
And so stuff is so yeah. He like I said in Defenders, yeah, the Heroes for Hire stuff. I thought that worked really good
Yeah.
in Defenders, but it was kind of a hodgepodge of stuff they were
You know,
trying to do.
if you know a little bit of your Iron Fist lore, you know that there's more Iron Fists in the past, and the mantle keeps passing you know, throughout the years. And in the comic books right now, there is a new character that's the Iron Fist. There's actually been two new Iron Fists besides Danny Rand. He's more like a character that they go for advice and you know and you know
Right.
he's kind
But,
of he's kind of retired in the comic books, you know what I mean? He's kind of like this you know
Yeah.
billionaire now again.
was pushing aside the white man.
Yeah,
That's what
they
they gonna
pushed
say.
him aside. And the way that they ended that second season, where Jennifer Henwick's character was kind of like, you know, an Iron Fist, you know, to be, you know,
Yeah.
and he was kind of taken on this power that was owned by a previous Iron Fist on the comic books, where he can put the Iron Fist power through a weapon, you know. Even if it's a
Yeah.
pistol or bullets.
That
or
was
whatever.
interesting. That was the last scene of the season 2.
So
And
I
was
think
like,
MCU
oh,
might do
okay.
kind of this weird remix where he's kind of like figured out how to use the Iron Fist power in different unique ways, and then that mantle's going to pass to some new, exciting, new young character, and they'll have that character probably, you know, integrate with Shang-Chi and whatever's happening in that universe. You know what I mean?
But I do hope they keep the Danny Rand with the
Yeah.
Heroes for Hire stuff. I hope they
Right.
I
think
hope they
might
do
play
that
around with
team up.
Yeah, I think they might
Yeah.
play around with that in Disney Plus, but then I feel like as far as the big MCU narrative, they're gonna play around with that. They're gonna have the Danny Rand character be like the father figure maybe
Like the
to
mentor,
whatever
like,
new Iron Fists are coming up. You know,
The producer of these Marvel series, his quote is saying there's an unlimited storylines because they're pulling from all the comics and everything. So I think they could do all that stuff, like you said,
yeah.
spin-offs and things like that. Heroes for Hire for sure. Everyone was
I think
wanting
that's what needs to
that.
happen right there. That's the Disney Plus show, Heroes for Hire.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, I see that
Easily.
happening.
Eight
Yep.
episodes. Let's go. Run it.
Well, they thought of they was thinking of doing the Daughters of the Dragon. Again,
Yeah.
using the Jessica Henwick and then
They could do that too.
The Misty
Misty Knight.
Misty Knight. Yeah,
Yeah.
Misty Knight. Which, you know, I have my thoughts of that character as far as on the show, but I mean, Luke Cage season 1, the first like 6 or 7 episodes was darn near perfect as well too. Like that, they had some good stuff going with that. Then they killed Mahershala Ali. Then it's, you know, spoiler. Then it just
The
was
Cottonmouth-
downhill from there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
did.
It
a little
was
fast,
completely
you know?
downhill.
He was a really cool
Right.
villain, you know, the way he was portraying the
He
character.
was,
and-
man.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah, he was
Nino
really cool.
Brown. Like he was
Yeah.
literally playing Nino Brown.
Mhm.
Like in Luke Cage. I was like, this is like a perk. Like, who is this dude? Then he goes on to win Oscars and stuff. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, he was that good. He was that good. So Amari says if they bring back Finn Jones, he needs to do some more push-ups first. It sounds like Finn Jones coming back. I mean, I had to laugh as soon as I saw this because Speedy, you know, you remember TiVo and TiVo hated
Yeah, he
Finn
did.
Jones, man.
He did.
That's if people don't
God bless
people
his
know,
soul.
Lord of the Long Box, definitely recipes of TiVo and Mikey. Mikey was hearing about this years ago, saying they're getting the game back together. That's why I tweeted it out that way because that's what he was saying a couple years ago. And I was like, man, Mikey obviously would have got a kick out of this, but TiVo, he would have been punching the air that Finn Jones is probably coming back. And I was
That's
like,
right.
man, it's finally happening, right? So that's amazing stuff, man. It's with Marvel and the stuff that Feige is trying to do. You got to give the people what they want. I know, Jules, you think that DC, that's what you're supposed to give the people what they want. Marvel, they literally have it with Daredevil and, you know, like I said, with the Defenders with this. So Cool
These are all
stuff.
layups for Marvel. It's so easy for them to give people what they want because everything is already kind of in their wheelhouse.
Everybody wants Michael Colder back too. Like Luke Cage, he was just perfect. He was perfect as Luke Cage.
He was
perfect.
More perfect casting. You know, I don't see any much better casting than that. And even they alluded to the relationship with Jessica Jones. You know, things happening possibly in the future. Yeah,
that was a good crossover in the Jessica Jones season 1 at least. That was real cool getting that crossover with Luke Cage and their relationship, and then like I said, season 2 Jessica Jones went off the rails too. They had the CW disease, or just after. You get that first season too good.
There's fans of Jessica Jones all the way to up to the end. People like the what was the girl Hellcat? Was that her? Was that?
Yeah, Hellcat.
Yeah. So there's a lot of fans of that.
I actually like Jessica Jones probably the most out of all of them. I didn't love the show, but